TIL Steve-O celebrated 10 years of sobriety by participating in a triathlon. Steve-O seems like a really chill dude nowadays, and to be honest, it's remarkable he's even alive at this point. I find his voice oddly soothing. I watched him on Gordon Ramsay's Scrambled introducing his hot sauce, the proceeding to pour it in his eye. He ain't sober, he's high on life. I love his turnaround, so inspiring, man. Hopefully Bam can find the peace that Steve's found. So proud of him, can't believe it's been 10 years. It's a hard road, I've been there myself, coming up on 6 years sober. I'm celebrating 39 years without a triathlon. Good for him. I didn't think he would find lasting sobriety. Edit, I didn't think I would either, but I've been sober for 6 years. His sit down with Joe Rogan regarding his journey in recovery is really awesome. I've listened to it a dozen times. Super helpful during my early days of giving up booze. Celebrate 2 years soon. Anyone know what happened to the dog he found on a trip to South America? Good for him. I know people that ran into him once partying around sunset, and word on the street was he was a complete asshole when fucked up. I quit drinking about 3 years ago, and there were a handful of celebrities that kind of inspired me. Steve-O was definitely one, Jeff from Achievement Hunter the other. I saw a documentary with Steve-O around the time and thought, if he can do it, why can't I? And I take every chance I can to say r/stop drinking helped me massively. Despite having great family and friends, I felt alone in my problems because nobody could relate. Finding people who understood what it's like made me feel so much better. I recommend his stand-up. Saw him in Indianapolis. It's basically Jackass with commentary. But seeing him sober and the way he reacts with the fans is awesome. He waits and takes a picture with everyone and doesn't charge for them. Really great guy, glad to see he's doing well. This dude goes from smoking coke boogers out of a coke can to 10 years sober participating in a triathlon. What a fucking life. All the respect in the world to Steve-O. NGL, I thought he was going to be wearing the cheetah speedo when I clicked the link. Awesome to see him doing so well these days. Just watch how he's doing today, then go back and watch the first 2 Jackass movies and the behind the scenes of the Jackass video game in particular. It's night and day how far he's come, and it's frankly inspiring. I remember reading an article about it when he did it. Then I cried because I was so happy for him. I've seen a lot of people relapse because their families and friends don't understand how hard sobriety can be to maintain, and think stuff like, I got my chip for X days sober, is only slightly more impressive than, I did 4 loads of laundry yesterday, including getting everything folded and put away, but less impressive than, on my first try, I made fruit pies for my family's Thanksgiving dinner, and everyone loved them so much there were no leftovers. And, holy shit. So many people in this thread who are figuring out how to do life sober. I don't have the proper words for how impressive I find that, or how much I respect them. The triathlon raises money for pediatric cancer research at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. The same hospital that treated the little girl who put a send pizza sign on her room a few years ago. https://www. reddit.com/r/funny/comments/1i8ac/photo_taken_children's_hospital_in_los/. How does being young, restless, and self-destructive affect his lifespan? The guy is 46 and in better health than me. I see him living longer than me. If I destroy myself in my 20s to 30s, is it really that bad? Not encouraging it, just wondering. Sometimes life takes you a while to figure out, and that's okay. I'm Steve-O and this is my last mile split. Me, watching at home, lol, this fucker does the craziest shit, huh? I celebrated 10 years of sobriety by sitting on my ass playing video games. I need to sort my shit. You overcome your addictions and the demons that brought them. Everything after is brighter, even your darkest day. So glad to read this. Till Steve-O had a tattoo of an adult man having sex with a baby, https://imager. com/gallery/T6TE2H3, until he had it covered up by an ostrich, making it look like the guy is now boning an ostrich. Kinda weird, right? It's weird, think about it, but I know people that have always been motivated by Steve-O, before and after sobriety. Yeah dude. It's nice to hear that he's putting that third nostril to good use. It's great to think there's probably some 16-year-old that listens to his podcast that doesn't really fully understand how insane they all were. Like, you can for sure read about it, but living through it as it happened and just hearing stories from those people and those around them, to seeing him now with his big shiny fake teeth and amazing skin, it's totally different. God bless that man. May we all be so lucky. Steve-O is the living proof that you can turn your life around no matter how low you fell. When people ask me what kind of stuff you can do when you're sober, I say literally anything you want to do. It really clicked for me when I realized I did drugs because I could do anything I wanted, and then they ended up keeping me from doing anything I wanted. I had 10 years in June and I have done it all. I ran into Steve-O by pure accident in Beechwood Canyon one day about 2 years ago. I told him I'd read his book and he was so grateful. We chatted for a bit and he was the nicest person ever. Steve-O's YouTube is top notch. Highly recommend if you're a fan. He had the most disgusting stunts out of everyone. Fucking love this guy. Imo Jackass trilogy are the funniest movies of all time to me. I read a bit of the article and had to do a double take when I read how Steve Harvey swam half a mile, biked 17, and ran the last 4. Then I realized it said, Steve Howie. I was disappointed. Congrats to him. I'm not there yet, but as fucked up as I remember Steve-O being back in the day, it is somewhat comforting that he could do it. That, as strange as it may sound, is encouraging, because I'm sure this guy has lived 100 times worse than me. Yet he is 10 years sober, so ahead of me. But at least it makes it seem possible. 19 awards for this. His sister taught history at my high school. She looked like him with boobies and long hair. He came to a high school football game and was the nicest guy ever. Not sure if he was sober in 2006, but so glad he's still sober. Fuck yeah, man. Channel that addictive trait into obsessing about being healthy. Good for him. Can't believe I used to think Jackass was hilarious. As a little girl, I thought it was badass and edgy. But now as an adult I realize how most of them were dealing with substance abuse problems. And watching it now is just depressing. I do consider it an iconic piece of early 2000s TV though. Glad Steve-O is thriving in a healthy way now. I was an alcoholic for 2 years and barely managed to save myself by being isolated for a year. Can't even imagine the strength that takes for some to cope with decades-long addictions. Good job. You all have my bow. Didn't he just tape himself to a billboard in Hollywood like 2 weeks ago? Has it already been 10 years since I last saw Steve-O? Damn man. I used to think this guy was the biggest tool, even though I found Jackass hilarious as a kid. He's really changed his life, and although I'm sure he doesn't care about the opinion of a random guy on the internet, he's also changed my opinion of him. In the immortal words of Blake from Workaholics. Did we not all cry during the Steve-O documentary? Glad to know no more tears will be shed. Steve-O is one incredible person. The fact he can bounce back, anyone can. The dude is a testament surviving addiction. Yeah dude. I used to go to college with this dude. He was cool, and I'm really glad he's clean and living the good life. My sister's ex actually went biking with him a while back after MR.O posted an Instagram pic asking for some local riders to accompany him. Wonder if that was part of his training.